Hello and welcome back. My name's Reb, and I thought it would be fun today to bring you along as I try out this new art supply. I did a little treat yourself for reaching 100 subscribers, and this was on my wish list for a while. I watched a video from Flying Dog Studio recently where she was using Graphitint. It was a slightly different set, but she was able to get such a amazing range of color, and it was such a great video. And then Melissa from Melissa Martin Art did swatching and some birds, and I just knew I had to have a set of these. The colors that are in this particular set are right up my alley. So I want to do some swatching. I've got a couple different items here. I've got some liquid frisket, a white crayon, and some little scraps of watercolor paper. And I thought we'd do some swatching. Whenever I do swatching, I like to put down a couple of resists and make some marks, just so that I can see how the medium interacts with other things. So let's open up some of this stuff and get to swatching. Alright, so I already took the plastic off. I just figured I didn't want to make all that noise. It's morning here. It's still dark outside, and I'm being kind of quiet because everybody else is sleeping right now. Got a couple little scraps here of watercolor paper, and I figured we'd start with the frisket so that it would have some time to dry. I don't know what everybody else uses for this kind of thing, but this is my go-to. A toothpick or a skewer. And immediately closing this stuff up because it stinks. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of liquid frisket, but it definitely works the best out of all the resists that I've tried. Alright, and then just a plain old Crayola crayon. Went over it a couple times just to give it the full effect. Right, and then putting down couple little scribbles of pencil. That's really more to check the opacity rather than how it mixes with another color. So I think that's good for right now. Let's let that dry. And while we're doing that, I want to get out my most recent sketchbook. I just did a tour on this one. If you haven't seen that video, I will put a link to it in the description below. So Teresa over at Oficina Caracolino put together this really great list of 52 creative things to do in 52 weeks, which I thought was a great kind of low pressure list. And they're really fun things. The first thing on the list was go to a museum, which I did last week. And then this week is draw from an old sketch. So I wanted to kind of go through a couple of these drawings and find something that we can draw today that I think will work well with this media. So I'm thinking these colors are pretty kind of earthy, and so I probably want to choose something that's kind of naturey maybe. Also, I feel like that would probably be a little bit more in my comfort zone. I really need to go back and draw this. It's ridiculous session. Yeah. Maybe this one would be good. I'll have to find the reference photo for it. But this one might be a great start because it definitely has a lot of like earthy colors. Yeah, let's try this one. All right, let's get swatching. I'm pretty sure that is dry enough. Okay, so thank goodness that I date some of my drawings, not that one in particular, but at least some of the ones that are around it, because I was able to find the reference photo that drawing came from. It was from a walk that I took in the morning, and I found these cool mushrooms. I mean, like, look how freaking cute these mushrooms are. So I'm gonna use this as more of a reference for the color, but composition wise, I really like the sketch that I made, so I'm gonna stick with that. And I think that the colors in this are kind of like the colors in the Inktense, or not Inktense, the Graphitint set, but I'm definitely gonna play them up a little bit. So let's get drawing. Let me grab my new sketchbook. Okay, back with my new sketchbook. I made a little short video about this, but in case you're wondering, these stickers are from my friend Cicada Faith. She's on Instagram. Boru Art. He is on YouTube, has an amazing channel. Definitely check that one out. And he is on Instagram as well. And then this one is from Debbie Draws Funny. She does amazing live sessions, sketchbook tours, you name it. So much stuff. Check out her channel as well. All right, I haven't got a whole lot in here yet, but like I said, it's a brand new sketchbook. I'm doing a couple little thumbnail sketches first. I'm gonna try to stick with just the colors in the palette, but I may need like some black or something. Or maybe the black will just be the pencil. So probably doesn't look like much, but this is as far as I got today. It's more of a kind of sketch slash color study. As I was kind of working on this, I really feel like I would like to make this bigger. There's a lot of details, and I think that this would be a really cool piece to like put on some like good paper. So I'm treating this more as a little bit of a color study rather than a finished piece, which, you know, obviously perfect for a sketchbook. But I think that these colors are going to work really good. I think I may need to add some like black, or, you know, I don't know if maybe a neo color or what. I'm going to play a little bit around with mixing some different mediums just to make sure that I get the range of value that I'm looking for. I forgot to go back to this color swatch, and it occurred to me that taking off the frisket would probably be kind of difficult because you would smudge all of the Graphitint. It's actually not too bad. It's less than I thought. But yeah, it does make it a little bit dirty. If you guys can see that. So good problem to discover now rather than later. If you are planning on using this as more of a like watercolor. Yeah, it's definitely coming off a little bit and kind of smudging into the like white area, so to speak. And the crayon also not great. You can see where it, if you scrape a little bit, it comes off, but so does the color. So yeah, maybe not the best use, best idea to use a resist necessarily, but still fun and still a good learning process. Overall, like I said, probably doesn't look like much here, but I'm really happy with this. I really am eager to explore this further. So that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed coming along on this, and I will share more when I start working on the larger, more finished piece. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.